subs. Thank you, one. Thank you all for showing up. No, it's kind of late, much later than the usual, but I just got in. I was unpacking, looking for stuff. I was trying to find my Black Panthers shirt, but I think it's in the wash. I wore it right before I went on this trip. I was salty I didn't bring it. Uh, Not only because it's a dope shirt, I love the logo and all that stuff, but I was blessed enough to meet an actual Black Panther and get to talk to her, Elaine Brown, um, legendary Black Panther activist, currently working on Black Panther House to help people in low income situations or people who did jail time, got a record, having difficulty getting housing. Like she raised a bunch of money to fund a way to house the society's unmentionables. Um, and then, like it's starting in the Bay Area. That's their focus. That's kind of where the epicenter of the Panthers, where they started and whatnot. But I just saw this is a solution to a lot of the stuff that's plaguing pretty much every city in the fucking country. Everybody's seeing more and more homeless people. School I work at and go to, surrounded by just like more homeless people and more um, uh, just dire situation. A lot of them turning to drugs, using it right in the middle of the street because they're feeling such despair, and there's no way to help them. Something like the housing solution that they're working on right now would be ideal. To when you see someone in dire straits, you could just be like, hey, why don't you go apply for this? And the reason why I couldn't find my Black Panther shirt was because I went to um, it was a city hall meeting where they were discussing rent control, and it got shot down. Only one person, only one um, city council member showed up, Shama Sawan. Everybody else didn't show up, and it was unanimously shot down. Um, So it's just like, yeah, they know that they're supposed to be accountable for us, but like they were on fucking, they showed up via Zoom, and not even all of them did Zoom. And the ones who had their cameras on, you could see that they were not listening to the people in the chamber. They were like talking to people, they muted themselves, and they were talking to someone else, or they were like web searching, and then they were just like, yeah, blah blah blah. I vote no, no rent control. You motherfuckers just go die in the street. Um, so it was. I think we need to collaborate. Uh, Black Panthers. It started off in Oakland, but the second city it moved to was Seattle. And Seattle, like, I mean, I was in Berkeley. I know the Bay is a diverse area, and I know Frisco. I'm hearing a lot of bad things. I saw some of the stuff on social media. Well, one of the upcoming meetings is going to be in San Francisco, but Berkeley, just standing alone, uh, was much better off than Seattle. Like they did, I didn't see. Maybe I saw maybe one person on the zombie drug, if that. He could have just been like just heroin or whatever. He was like leaning over a little bit. He could have had spinal bifida or something. I don't know. But like by my school, it's the zombies are heavy in number. So I think it's just like it's inhumane how like these people can take money from Vanguard, BlackRock, these giant fucking corporations that are destroying our country, and then just continue to enforce inhumane policies, uphold corruption. They need to be routed out. Like they need to be gone. And someone's gonna be sending me the full interview, the full lecture from Elaine Brown. but she gets into a lot of the subject matter that I've been plagued with, and solutions on, how. Oh, and she was going into the history of the Panthers and how they got started with the food program. How they started building the relationships uh, uh, to get the food, because they didn't have any money, so they had to get crafty. Um, and it's just, well, once I have it, I'll let you guys know. And I was able to ask her a question. Um, and it's just gonna be a upcoming video just dealing with the summit. Oh, and then right after the her speech, um, I went outside and they were protesting Israel. It was like these people, they had like the Israel Palestine lines from 1947 to present. They showed the evolution of the theft of land from by Israel from the Palestinians, and it was just something in the air. We went from one revolutionary to like just revolutionary movements, people coming together trying to find solutions for uh, the stuff that's plaguing us, because it's really all interconnected. We don't have money for poor. Quote Tupac: "You got money for war, but can't feed the poor." Um, but yeah, people are waking up to it, and Elaine Brown, when she was giving her speech, one of the things she was hyping up, she was talking about Fred Hampton's ability to appeal to people who hated him. Like she was talking about these redneck hillbillies hated black people, call you a nigger, at the drop of a dime. Well, when Fred Hampton died, they were calling him the Chairman Fred, showing him the utmost respect because he found common ground. Like he knew that their housing was just as precarious as black folks for the most part, because they were poor Appalachian folks, and yeah, so it's just a lot of people, they like, oh man, fuck that Trumper, you voted for the wrong person, you got a red hat, but meanwhile they're being fucked by the same government as you, and there's a lot more common ground than the news wants us to find, and the news is run by the criminals who are robbing us blind. So, woo! Sorry about that. Yikes. Oh man. Technical difficulties. The government stepping in. All right. Oh my. Sorry about this. I wasn't expecting this to be so flimsy. Yeah, but there we go. We're good to go, I hope. Highlander, welcome. It just got real mixy. That's the goal. That is what I intend to do. I will be getting a cute puppy tomorrow. That's cool that you met a Black Panther. Yeah, but Panthers and puppies, they get along just fine. They just got to respect one another. Your puppy is respectful. The Panther will not destroy it. The bait is hit super hard. It's hit super hard. You talking about the zombie drug? Because I didn't see it much in Berkeley, but also, man, it was crazy. Like on the plane, there was multiple teams of officers dressed in like fucking military gear, walking with a dog that was just smelling people's bags. And I'm like, what are they smelling for? Weed? Yeah, because weed is legal to transport. I mean, they could be looking for fentanyl. I don't know. But it's just like, I didn't understand the purpose. I mean, it's just seems ridiculous. It feels like a police state. You pull it. You gotta let some random dog smell your shit. after being irradiated by their fucking beams. But these are things to be addressed as well. I blame government for the problems. Yeah, fucking government is the problem. Most of our, when left on our own devices, we'll find a way to make it through this crisis. But we'll run by crooks focused on stock prices who will have us all doing time of lifeless. Now, they can change the world in the time to cite this, but when you're that greedy, you ain't living righteous. That's why they make the world in the devil's likeness. But if we come united, we can win despite this. They got the numbers and the grit. We got the numbers and the grit to fight this. But they use tools to keep us divided. That's why you can't believe the news that your cruise. Well, go listen to the Revolution the musical. Um, the policies are awful in San Francisco and Oakland, let alone California. Period. Well, yeah, I could have told you that. I made a video talking about the top five threatening dangerous technologies in 2022. One of them was robots because last year San Francisco legalized people to be killed by robots. Like that's just not the most Orwellian, sci-fi dystopian future where it's just like you could just be killed by a fucking robot. Just bam, no out of nowhere, just a drone or whatever, some kind of robot dog with a flamethrower, whatever the fuck, however they choose to kill you, it's legal there. Yeah, so that's pretty fucking concerning. But yeah, they don't seem to be trying to make things better. They seem to be trying to make certain people richer, people who already have more money than they can ever spend. That's why it's just like it gives my heart such joy to see people running Western degenerates out of their country. Like Niger stood up to the French, started kicking American military out of their countries. And then they got countries like Burkina Faso and Somalia vowing to come to their aid if, the West tries to step in. So it's just like people are waking up to the game that's being played, right? These other countries are fighting our government, kicking our government out and the people who run our government. And we need to do the same, you know. January 6th, we all know that the feds were heavily infiltrated in that crew, but I think a good amount of the people who showed up, they just wanted to do something because they know shit is fucked up. They know like something needs to be done. It's going to involve us coming together, but we were misled. We went to the puppets instead of the puppet masters. That's what the French did. They went to the actual puppet masters. They ran inside of the Black Rock building with pitchforks and torches. It's going to take that kind of strategy, like putting the fear of the people into these crooks, to let them know that we're on to them. They can pay all the money they want for the news to lie to us, but we see with the game that's being played, and the game is clearly rigged. What song is that? No, Jan 6 was treason. No, Jan 6 was the FBI, largely like the worst parts of it, definitely feds, Ray Epps. Only person not arrested, even though he was the one like, let's go in, let's run inside their offices. That's who he is, and he's not charged. He's still walking the streets free. He's actually getting protected by the news. The only person on January 6th that the news likes is Ray Epps because he is their creation. Well, he's working for their agency that they show full support to. But the song I was reciting was that was not about time. It's on the Revolution playlist, Revolution the musical playlist. I think it's I think it's Revolution the musical, but I could be wrong. I gotta go listen to it. But yeah, it's a link on Netflix.net, or you can just find it on SoundCloud. Nate, what it do? Government is to blame. I blame California government. They got a lot of blame to accept. I don't fuck with Gavin Newsom like at all. Period. I, and some people speculate that he might be having his eye on the presidency to replace Joe Biden, which would be ugh. I would. I mean, I can't. I would never vote Democrat, even if RFK got the. I don't think he would never get the position. If he did get the position, I would be concerned. I think they're going to Bernie Sanders him, but if they don't, then he's probably not trustworthy. And him like showing full support for Netanyahu and the Israeli government slaughtering Palestinians and lying on them and all that shit. It shit rubs me the wrong way. I was like watching an interview of him on Jimmy Dore, and that motherfucker was just full of bullshit. Jimmy did not call it out. He kept saying, I can't push back on this. I'm not the guy to do that. But he was just shitting on Cornel West for not pushing back on some of the questions from Anderson Cooper. So it's just quite hypocritical. Um, but I just find it no smoke. Just find it strange. That's dope. We misplaced $6 trillion. LOL. It happens sometimes. You know how many times I lost a few $1 trillion just like on a night out while I was drunk. Just like where did the $6 trillion go? I could have swore I had it in my right pocket. Um, it just happens. I don't knock the Pentagon for failing every audit. It's hard to keep track of all that money, all that corruption. It's like which government did we coup? I recently had a issue with funds. I thought I had more money than I did, but I had a random my website actually the payment was taken out, and it just as easy as that happened. It could just be like $20, $30, 7 trillion, few billion. Who knows? It just happens. We've all lost a billion here and there, right? Sigh. I love Bernie Sanders though. He should have been president years ago. I love Bernie Sanders. I helped out on his both campaigns. He is such a disappointment, and the fact that he just like vowed his vote to Joe Biden without even hearing what anybody else says, as Joe Biden is like crushing the idea of a debate. We're talking about a man like I don't say clearly demented. I think his brain is just ravaged by crack and other drugs. I mean, it's evidence that he's using the zombie drug by his behavior during the interview with the Israeli president. He's a vile skin sack of degeneracy and just just a horrible person. But yeah, anybody who's and the people who really hate Trump and think Joe Biden is worse somehow, and all they can do is talk about Trump, or they think Biden is better somehow. Those are the same people who are going to get Biden in office. I mean Trump, because they can't. Like my friend who's obsessed with Trump, he can't like admit like Trump is not in office, so all the bad shit going on is the Democrats. Because some people they get paid, and then that's one thing I was concerned about. This organization that I was able to meet the beautiful Lane Brown through. Um, I got a very nice package of swag, and all the stuff paid for, and a lot of incentives, but it's still very revolutionary. Nothing like the other outfits that have expressed interest in me, and yeah, so I have confidence that it's genuine. I hope so. Um, but if they try to get me to do some shit that I really don't want to do, like they want me to get out and get shots in children and do all kinds of shit that I just do not feel comfortable after they take like a few $1 million from a pharmaceutical company. I'll check out. I'll let you guys know that it's all bad. But right now, I enjoy the opportunities that are arising, and yeah, I'll definitely post a video. I got the question with the Black Panther, and her response was quite eloquent and wonderful. Government and corporations are the same nowadays. It's fascism. Yes, very true. You get a gold star. It is the same. They are one and the same. It's been like this. It's been fascist. We're not on our way to fascism. The fact that you have corporations that can't fail because they get trillions of dollars in fucking welfare. That's fascism. That's like you can't escape from under their thumb. They get these $1 billion contracts to spy on you from your government, from the CIA, from the Pentagon, from all these nefarious agencies. They have unchecked power for the time being. They can like go into all of your personal shit. They can fuck you like what was it Chuck Schumer said. The intelligence agencies got 6 ways from Sunday to fuck with you. When Trump was starting to question them a little bit, but I think more and more people are waking up to it. I mean, I know more and more people are waking up to it. Like people who used to say shit is crazy. The most anti-war people are the people who are rah rah. Let's go to war with Iraq, because they believed the lies. They went and sacrificed, lost limbs, lost people they loved, and then they realized it was all bullshit. It was all a lie. Um, so that's why the Democrats are the ones rooting for the war the most, because they think you're stupid because you didn't sacrifice as much. You may have been questioning the wars, and then they say, look, the Republicans are anti-war now. Are you saying that you're a right winger like them? No, I'm not saying Republicans like the representatives who are Republicans. They're for the most part pro-war. Um, but like the base, the people who voted them into office, they're becoming anti-war, and that's just because someone switches their position and you view them as your mortal enemy. They wear red underwear, you wear blue underwear. That doesn't mean that you should switch your position just to spite them. That means you should come together to get rid of the thing that you're supposed to be principally against, and that is the government engaging in tyranny. Because we definitely have tyrannical governments. When the government has rules that they can play by, um, that are off limits to you, that's tyranny. So if they can do it, they can kill people in mass. They can rob people. They can like print money. They can do all this shit that you would do lifetimes in jail for trying. Yeah, you're under the tyrannical thumb of psychopaths, and that's what we are, and that's what we need to address. Putin seems like a better guy the more time passes by. I mean, Putin is definitely much more loved than any Western government official. So if you talk to anyone outside of the Western sphere of influence, you talk to someone in Africa, South America, Asia, they'll probably like Putin more. Because the West, we're run by just totally, it's either Putin or Joe Biden. Who Joe Biden has the lowest approval rating of any president, even Trump. And but then you can't have an option. He won't even debate someone else. It's laughable to even suggest such a thing for a lot of people. So yeah. Fred Hampton was excellent on exposing that class struggle was just as big of an issue as racism. Yeah, that's why I don't even I don't like to call people white supremacists because the way the system is structured right now, they'll like incorporate like diverse faces, like different skin tones, different sexual preferences, to push the same agenda, right? So I look at it as corporate supremacy. Holy shnikes! And this battery is dying. Um, but yeah, um, reconnecting. 1 second. Argle bargle. All right. Sorry about that. Well, I wasn't going to be going too long. I just want to say goodbye to you guys. Hold on. Reconnecting. Okay, that's enough power. Live video paused. Cancel. I apologize. All right, sorry about the IG interruption. Facts. Yes, that's what I go for. I mean, and that's like one of the things that's like most affirming, like having an opportunity to meet a Black Panther. You know, I know they're hard to find. You know, because they're trying to get them all. But one thing you can't tell me uh, after I meet a Black Panther is that I'm on the wrong course. Because like when you get to be around legendary folks um, who sacrificed so much, saw so much progress, saw so much interference in the progress. Um, yeah, it's just like you're on the right way, and it's just inspirational to see that she's still fighting, to see that they're still moving forward. They got Black Panther housing, and yeah, I'm going to be pushing it with talking to a city council member, and I'd like to share some of the ideas I heard while I was out there. So I think that the council member Sawant will be the ideal person to receive the knowledge that Elaine Brown was putting down. So that's going to be a beautiful thing. Have you thought about collabing with Alpha Cat and other old school YouTubers from back in the day? I just reached out to him because I saw him on several things I was watching. First, I mean, I saw he did like he was a part of the remake of White Man Can't Jump. I ended up seeing it again. I was like, oh shit, that's the homie. Um, and then we were watching, catching up with the new season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And then I saw him there, and I reached out to him. I'm like, man, you killing it. Just saw your episode. Uh, but yeah, that'll probably be. I mean, I'll reach out and next time I'm going to have enough time to contact him. You know, and make time to see him. And when I'm in SoCal. Um, yeah, because next time I got scheduled to be in the area, it's going to be another event like this where um, I got limited time, and this was like a convention where it was like full the entire day, and then I had a curfew, so we had to be back in the dorm by midnight. So yeah, Yeah, you know, yeah, when I got the time and the money and all that stuff to make it out there and stuff, yeah, definitely. I love linking up with the homies, people I ain't seen in a minute, catching up. You know, it's been a busy, tumultuous few years, but yeah. Uh, yeah. IG's out. I was gonna wait until that came back, but it's not looking good. So sorry for the people who showed up and just got derailed. But I'm just gonna end that right now. And yeah, I'm gonna check up on the video, the full video of the lecture. Um, and we're gonna share that shit. You know, get some of the questions um, that she asked and that she answered, including mine. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. NatesVlogs.net for the new videos coming and whatnot. And yeah, we'll do this again much earlier next week. And I'll probably figure out a way to work in a spontaneous one this week. But yeah, yeah, the work week has yet to be seen. I'm also supposed to be doing a few other interviews. Um, so just stay tuned and stay posted. And I love you guys and fight the power. Hold on, this is something else that cheesed me off. Cause while I was there, oh yeah, you know, if you didn't hear, I didn't bring my Black Panther shirt, which I would have loved to take a picture with. Hold on. And I had my Black Panther shoes, and I was like, I told her the situation. She's like, well, I got a Black Panther tattoo. Like, get committed to the cause. But then I also had the Black Panther coat. It was a little too hot to wear this shit, but this this the vibe. But yeah, I'm gonna put together um, something for distribution. Because I've been getting a lot of when I would do wear the Black Panther shirt, a lot of people inquired at the surprise I made it, and I just need to make some more. And I'll probably put them up on my shop. Now I'm an official Black Panther shirt seller since I got to talk to a Black Panther, so it's legal and it's my own design anyway. But so that'll be up on NatesVlogs.net. But anyways, don't forget to be good to each other, you guys. Peace.